Question number 10, Barbara Stewart.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. What is ACC's latest estimate of fraud occurring within the scheme, and what percentage of this fraud is being detected?
This is a question to the Minister for ACC, the Honourable Nikki Kaye.
Mr Speaker, I am advised ACC estimates fraud by a measure that looks at projected savings made as a result of fraud investigations. For the 2013-14 financial year, ACC identified projected savings to the scheme due to fraud investigations of $23.6 million. If the member was to compare this in terms of total claims paid, $23 million would represent about 0.8%.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Barbara Stewart.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. How many staff does ACC have to counter fraud within the scheme?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
40.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Barbara Stewart.
Thank you. What confidence can the public have in ACC estimates of fraud, given the recent New Zealand Herald revelation of a draft Serious Fraud Office report indicating fraud on a massive scale with the ACC scheme, and the poor performance in this area of the former Minister for ACC?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Nikki Kaye.
I believe the public can actually have huge confidence, as I said before in the House, that that was a survey of about 2,000 files, and what was very clear was that that was not 8 to 10% in terms of fraudulent files. That was 8 to 10% of files that needed another look. Just to give the member an explanation on that, that might be that they saw an increase in billing hours, for example, but when they looked behind that, they saw a range of reasons. Perhaps more people were employed. So I think people can have a lot of confidence that that was a ropey report and that ACC are doing a huge amount in this area.
Question number 11,